I've been coaching Jay, who for the first time in his career has had to manage his entire team remotely. The last time we spoke, I asked him to think of the problems of remote leadership in terms of Herman's whole brain model. What are the vital aspects of leadership that we need to focus on, and how do we continue to lead effectively even though our teams are not physically together? It had become clear to Jay that some of his team were floundering, working from home without any face-to-face contact with either him or their colleagues. Team members who were normally high performers were delivering less than optimal work and seemed less engaged since they began working from home. We spoke about all the common challenges of remote working, and I asked him to concentrate on the problems through a red lens and to prioritise 3 key issues which were affecting his team. Red thinking typically focuses on people, how they feel, being socially sensitive, dealing with the emotional impact of work issues. After some thought, Jay narrowed his list to these 3 issues: feeling lonely or isolated, distractions at home, and no distinction between work and home life. Feeling lonely is one of the most common complaints about remote working. Many employees miss the informal social interaction of an office setting. Extroverts especially seem to suffer from isolation more, as they're energized by interaction with others. On social media, we often see photographs representing remote work, which show a pristine office space with a window overlooking magnificent scenery, a mug of freshly brewed coffee sitting next to the latest MacBook Pro on an immaculate desk. How real is that? Many working from home may not be lucky enough to have a dedicated workspace. With school and daycare closures, they will have to contend with children squabbling with each other, as well as managing a Zoom team meeting. Formerly, there was a clear divide between life and work and life at home. Now that work and home are one and the same place, we need to think again about what going above and beyond means. Working longer hours, answering emails late at night, working during the weekend are ascribed to high performing. However, all this does is increase and reward behaviours that lead to burnout. The added difficulty now is that it's much harder to tell when remote employees are burning out because you can't see changes in their personality on a day-to-day basis. Once Jay had outlined the difficulties for his team, he set about planning to improve things for them. His first action was to plan a virtual team lunch for the following Friday. He arranged for food to be delivered to each person, and he made sure that work didn't feature in the conversation at all during the meeting. Instead, he asked the team to organise fun games and activity during the lunch. This was such a success that the team really looked forward to the next one and were already planning what activities to have and, of course, what to eat. Jay made it clear to the team that he completely understood the stresses of having so many distractions at home. He told his team that in the coming week they would craft a set of remote working agreements that everyone could operate by. These would deal with issues like when is the best time to contact each person, how long should it take to reply to a query, what's the best form of communication, and so on. When rules of engagement are established, it makes home working much more effective. Jay resolved to talk to his team beyond project updates and work-related issues. He needed to know what was going on aside from their work to give them a sense of belonging. He decided to establish structured daily check-ins. These could be one-to-one calls or, if their work was highly collaborative, a team call. The important thing was for the calls to be regular and a forum for employees to consult with him and to voice their concerns and have questions answered. The week ended with the team feeling a lot more positive and buoyed up by their lunch. The next thing that Jay wanted to focus on was how to add structure to each person's day. We can talk about that the next time.